Hello everybody, I am Crystal Clear 101. Welcome back to my channel. We have a Star Wars toy review, and today it is the 6-inch Black Series Han Solo. Now this figure was released back in late 2013. It was a general release, and the original suggested retail was $19.99. Let's look over the packaging. Now we have the Star Wars Black Series logo right up here, along with the silhouette of Han Solo, along with the name of the character, and that he is number 8 in the series. And on the reverse side of the packaging, we have this nice little black and gray, I guess, sketch of Han Solo in the Mos Eisley Cantina, which I think looks pretty sweet. Star Wars logo right up here, name of the character, and a little thing about the character which reads, Han Solo has a final showdown with the bounty hunter Greedo in the Mos Eisley Cantina, along with this quote of "Sorry about the mess." And now with the packaging shown for Han Solo, let's go ahead and open them up. Now let's go ahead and get a better look at this figure. First off, let's go ahead and give a 360 of him. Now, I have a few I mainly have pros about this figure. If I have any cons, I'll be sure to mention them. But here's what I liked about this figure. Number one, his scale, he's a 6-inch figure, 6-inch scale, and for me, this is really good. I mean, for me, it's like Hasbro is trying to almost compete with NECA as far as the larger figures scale are concerned. I mean, this is not a 3 3/4 figure. This is a 6-inch figure, and this figure looks really good. His articulation is very, very good. The fact he does come with a nice selection of accessories. I mean, he comes with a good number of accessories, but it's not overbearing like a G.I. Joe figure would be. Now, this is not the default belt that he comes with. Matter of fact, this is an extra belt that he comes with, which is his default that you generally see him wear, which has a holster to store his DL-44 blaster. It has, I believe, a comm link right there. I'm pretty sure someone will tell me if it is or not. But the belt itself is very well detailed. It's got 2 buckles. It's got multiple little bolts, rivets throughout it. Not only that, but the holster itself, the little flap right here, can be opened and closed to help secure his blaster pistol. And my main complaint is once I have this open, it's really hard to actually get that little knob back in there, but it holds his blaster pistol so well that it's really not an issue. Not only that, but he also has a belt with his blue jeans, well, with his pants rather, and not only that, you can make out various little details, including the buckle, the various little notches to help him secure it, and it does go all the way around the top of his pants. Now, his jacket, his vest, is also a separate piece. I'm pretty sure if you wanted to, you could remove the vest from him, but for me, this helps him look cool. This makes him look like the Han Solo from Episode 4. Now, they do show the various little red stripes going down along the side of his pants. They did a good job on it. There's like certain little individual segments where it feels like they didn't do, the best job as far as the paint details go. You can make it out even more so right over here, especially off to the side. Now the t-shirt, they did a very good job getting the wrinkles in, especially at the very top of the collar, where it buttons up right here, where you can actually make out where there's supposed to be buttons supposed to go. Not only that, the boots are nice and glossy. They actually look really good. Now, as far as some of his other accessories are concerned, here's the default belt that he comes out of the package with, which is a Stormtrooper utility belt. And in case you're wondering, yes, E11 blaster pistol, just like when he was on the Death Star. Now, this can be interchanged. All you simply have to do is just unbuckle the back right back here. And that's it. It's easy to get snap on, but it's real secure. The only trick I have with this is just inching this bottom portion of his holster down. Alright. Now, if I have any complaints, not only can this get caught up on the very top of his boot, but as far as getting it off is concerned, the way to get it off is to turn the holster towards the heel of his boot, then just push along through. It's that simple to get that particular belt off. Then afterwards, just simply bring this around, snap it on. There we go. It's a little bit of a snug fit, but it snaps on very easily. It stays onto the figure really well. I like the fact that you can actually store his E11 in the holster. And the only other accessory that this figure does come with, he does come with a pair of alternate gloved hands. There we go. And these gloves actually reference to when he gets on one of the turrets on the Millennium Falcon to fend off the TIE fighters. That's what these gloves are for. They still have a trigger finger, so you can still put his DL44, you can still put his E11 in that. Matter of fact, the posture for this hand is a little different, and this would actually help him grip that E11 blaster. Because with the default hand, it rests on it, but with this, it looked like he's gripping it more securely. Now, as far as the face sculpt, as far as the head sculpt for this figure is concerned, this is probably the most striking thing about this figure, which is the overall head sculpt. Now, as far as the eyes are concerned, they did a good job on the eyes. The overall face sculpt, they did capture Harrison Ford really well. Well, not really well. As far as I'm concerned, they captured his likeness just about perfectly. Not only that, they also captured the hair just about perfectly. You can make out individual strands of hair along the top of his head. And not only that, just the overall look on his face. They actually captured Harrison Ford's likeness rather well on this. Now, just like with another review before this, this sculpt is so good that my camera actually recognized this as a face. So, Hasbro, you did a good job on this figure. You did a very good job on this figure as far as the head sculpt goes. And as far as the alternate hands are concerned, well, here they are. And here he is holding the E11 with these alternate hands. As you can see, he's able to hold that E11 very well. And not only do I like the fact they included these alternate hands, because, I mean, when I see the gloves, I automatically think of when they escape from the Death Star and they're being chased by the TIE fighters. The gloves automatically make me think of that. And not only that, I like the fact that with these gloves, it actually makes it easier for him to hold that E11. Now, if I had any complaints about the gloves, if I had to give any, it's just a simple fact that I cannot get the trigger finger to actually go into inside the trigger guard for him actually have his finger on the trigger itself. But aside from that, that is really good. That is actually it's a nice little extra to have with this figure. Weapons and accessories for Black Series Han Solo include his trademark DL44 blaster pistol, which can be stored in his default holster, as well as his utility belt, which can be removed from the figure, a Stormtrooper E11 blaster, a Stormtrooper utility belt, as well as a holster to store the E11 blaster, and a pair of alternate gloved hands. And articulation for the Black Series Han Solo include a ball-jointed head, ball-hinged shoulders, ball-hinged elbows, ball-jointed wrists with a hinge hand, ball-jointed waist, ball-hinged hips, double-hinged knees, and ball-jointed ankles with a hinged base. And what is my verdict, my thoughts on the Black Series Han Solo? For the $19.99 that he originally retailed for, You get a good size figure. He is very well detailed. He is very well articulated. And he does come with a nice selection of accessories. So if you're a fan of Harrison Ford or Han Solo, then this is a very nice figure to add to your Star Wars collection. And to me, this is probably the best representation of Episode 4 Han Solo that you can get your hands on. So if you can find this particular figure, do go grab him. He is very nice. I am normally not a big fan of Han Solo, but I do like the way he looked back in Episode 4. And so for me, this figure for me is just pure eye candy, just to see this particular version of Han Solo. So bottom line is, if you can find him, do get him. He is actually very, very nice. But that'll wrap up my review on the Star Wars The Black Series 6-inch Han Solo. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.